Good morning, fourth grade. Just checking in with you to see how your experiments and your readings and everything you're doing for science are going. I did ask you to complete one of two tasks this week, and I'm giving you some examples of what I did. So, one of them was asking you to create plant and animal cells, and another one was to create some kind of an organism using building blocks to represent cells. So this is my example of our plant and animal cells. I just used construction paper and a little bit of marker, so hopefully you're able to do something like this at home very similarly. Animal cell and a plant cell. A couple differences between the two of these. Animal cells tend to be more rounded and a little bit smaller in shape. Plant cells tend to be longer and a little bit larger in shape. Your nucleus, which is the green shape on both of these. The nucleus, we know, is kind of the head and the center of all the activity, kind of like our brain. And there's like a brain for each cell. The nucleus tends to be closer to the center of the cell with the animal cell, and with your plant cell, it actually tends to be more towards the outer edge. You'll also see if you look really, really closely there are little blue dots on each of these. These are the cytoplasm. It's basically the liquid that surrounds the cell. So kind of like when you open up your body and there's lots of blood moving about and different liquids inside your body. This is kind of just like the liquidy cushion inside each of the cells. The plant shapes, the pink shapes on each of these are the organelles, which are the inner parts of the cells. Okay. One thing that's in the plant cell that you'll notice is not in the animal cell is this yellow shape, and that's the vacuole. All right, the vacuole is the storage space in the cell where it stores up energy. And on the outside of each of these, you'll see that I did marker. On the orange part here, you'll see where my finger's kind of tracing along on the outside of the cell, is the cell membrane, or kind of like the outer wall of the cell. And in the plant cell, it's not called the membrane, it's actually called the wall. And this is a rigid or stiff, tough outer wall of the cell. So although they're both on the outside of the cell, the plant cell, at the outside of it is pretty flexible. And the plant one, I'm sorry, did I say the plant? This is the animal cell, is flexible. And the plant one is actually pretty stiff and rigid to protect the cell. Okay, so hopefully creating these gave you a little bit of an idea about the differences between these two types of cells, and we had a little fun activity to do. If you chose to follow this activity, I want you to label them on the back. Just write animal cell and plant cell, and then turn them in with your work for this next week. All right. And then the other activity, you do not have to do both. You just pick one. The other activity was more up to your creative mind, what you wanted to do. So what I did is I had Caleb build me a person out of Legos. So this is our organism. Okay. You see his arms and his feet and his cute little beady eyes. Okay, so this is our person, and you can see I had him build it with different colors all over the creation to represent the different cells. We know that every living being, every living thing is made up of cells. That's what categorizes it as an organism. So to understand that everything that's a part of us is a cell, we created it with different colors. Okay, so hopefully you've already built something like this or become creative and done something of your own, maybe out of food, out of something else that you have at home. If you did choose to do this project, I'd like you to take a picture and post it to Seesaw, or you can even email me or Google Voice text message me. Just any way you can to get that picture to me, just to show that you completed this activity. All right, hopefully you guys had fun, learned a little bit in the meantime. I miss you. Have a good day.